Good morning, everybody. That's exactly what I'm doing right now. I am drinking my coffee just like that. Hey, Jenny B, Lindsay Lee, Popcorn Shuby Mom, Headstones, Haley Ryan, Carrie. Good morning. I haven't seen you in a while. Pearl, the Queen. Y'all come on in. So, Sophie's mom, thank God. Thank you so much for that super chat last night, Lindsay. Lindsay, you're crazy. The idiot's here. No, you're not an idiot, hon. Um, has you sent it? I had just ended the live. I felt so bad, but I hope you got my message. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much, Sophie's mom. Good morning, Queen Bella. Good morning, Sassy. Dr. Pepper here. Good morning, hikers. Vicky, oh, I'm so glad you made it. Vicky, YouTube ain't been doing us right with the sending out the notifications. I don't understand. Every time I go live, I get a message from Vicky. She's pissed. I didn't get a notification again. Okay, good. I'm glad you've seen it. Oh, excuse me. Second chance, I haven't seen you around in a while, too. Good to see you're still here. Because it seems that I disappointed some people yesterday. Before I get into what the show is about, good morning, Pixie Bubblegum. I'm going to talk about Purple here in a minute because, bless her heart, she can't get nothing right to save her life on that live I did last night. But let me read y'all something. I got a message this morning. This is the typical, ugh, I've lost respect for you. I'm unsubscribing. You know, I really do like this sector and appreciate a lot of you all here. But this is a common theme in this sector. That's why the Nature Boy sector will always, I never got comments like this. I never got comments like this. Like if you didn't agree with what somebody said on your panel, they would say something in the live chat and keep it pushing. You would not get a book. Let me read this real quick. This was on my live. Yeah, another Heidi. We got a lot around here. You know what I'm saying, Vicky? Tell me how many times the Nature Boy sector did this. Listen, they didn't. I lost a lot of respect for your channel during this live. It was the one I did yesterday. You are always talking about all the people going after Brittany, but you let 6 up on your panel to go after Brittany. Shouldn't really go after Brittany if y'all don't calm down. Like, seriously, relax. I have heard 6 up disparage Brittany for being on a maintenance drug, but oh my gosh, what about 6 up's history? 6 Up is very open and transparent about that. And I don't think she would shame Brittany for being on any type of maintenance medication. I think where Brittany gets a lot of flack is the denial. I don't know. I do not watch her that. Am I buffering? Am I buffering? Hold on. I'm going to wait for somebody to respond. Okay. Thank you. But anyway, I think where she catches a lot of hell, Brittany, is she just denies it. I don't know. Like, I do not watch Brittany that much. I don't. And I don't care who it pisses off. And I'll get into that more here in a minute. She says, how does she know those invoices are fake? Who the heck is she to jump on your panel and start doing exactly what you have been speaking out about? I do not. Okay, first of all, you're trying to make the comparison that Six Up is like everybody else and just gunning for Brittany constantly 24/7. She's not. She is no fan of Brittany, though. Some of y'all are going to have to get over this shit. Listen to me and listen to me good. I made this statement months ago. And Brittany, this is for you too. If you're at my channel, I want you here because you want to be here, because you like me, or you like what I got to say, or you enjoy the company, not because of what you think I'm going to say in defense of Brittany J. My channel is not a windmill for Brittany J channel. And whoever put that in your head, I am sorry, you're wrong. That's not what I'm here to do. I have made that very clear. While I'm not for the dog piling on her, I am also no fan of her. I see her too. I see her too. Now, if that bothers you and you can't handle it, you do what you got to do. But if you think I'm going to beg you to stay, oh, don't leave. Yeah, I'm so sorry. No, that's never going to happen. Now, I want you to hear that. And all this, I'm unsubscribed. You all are so fucking sensitive. How do you all even go back to Facebook? So, like, seriously, go back to Facebook. Everything offends y'all. I swear y'all got a bingo card and you keep it in your back pocket. And when something's said, you pull it out and you throw it down and say, well, there we go. I'm offended. I'm unsubscribing. You do what the hell you got to do. And Brittany, I heard your live, little bit of it. Oh, God. I do not defend you, Brittany, because it's you. It's the principle. So Brittany said last night, stop defending me. If you're just going to say that you're against me. Brittany, I don't care who it is. The constant dog pile of one person against 20 people is wrong. It doesn't matter who you are. So it really isn't about you. So don't ever get that confused. Lindsay, she told you, don't defend me anymore. Okay, then don't defend her. Fine. I won't say nothing else. Let them. They're going to anyway. My stance, the way I feel about what is being done to one person is mine. It really has nothing to do with you, Brittany J, but you can't see past the end of your nose, can you? No, you can't. So if you're here because you thought I was some type of Brittany J putting on my cape, windmill for poor old Brittany, you came to the wrong place. It's wrong. Exactly. Thank you, Remy. It's wrong regardless of who it is. I don't know Brittany. I've never been subscribed to Brittany. I don't watch her like that. I can't do it. You trying to cover true crime and you're falling asleep and then you deny it. I have been saying this stuff for months when it's brought up. So why all of a sudden you're so confused? I have no clue. But I'm telling you right now, if you came to my channel because you thought that I was a Brittany J enthusiast / windmiller, came to the wrong place. When I subscribe to channels, I typically subscribe because I like the YouTuber. I don't call them content creators unless they create content. It's typically because I like the YouTuber, not who they're for or who they're against. That's weird. My motto here used to be no restrictions, no alliances. And I would prefer it that way. Because once you start forming all these alliances, guess what happens? You're now restricted to say what you really say and how you really feel. you're not going to put me in that box. Gina Marie, every live I went into of the haters or whatever they're being called nowadays yesterday was the same. Yeah, every one of them. Good grief. And I don't have to, like, to me, that's weird that they're just covering the same two people on repeat, the same live or TikTok live. Y'all are fucking weird to me. Go out and look around. Cover something else. There's plenty out here. Nope, just two people. We need to whatever. Don't lie on me. Hold on. Lindsay says, don't lie on me and I won't say anything, period. You will not find me anywhere belittling Brittany. I don't belittle her. But if if Six Up wants, if she come up here and she had something to say on how she feels about, which, by the way, she's never hid how she feels about Brittany. Never. But if she wants to come up here and say it, she's allowed to. And if you want to unsubscribe because of it, you're allowed to. Because it seems you stumbled into the wrong chat. This is not a Brittany J memorial. I don't know. Shrine. No, hell no. And it never was. So do what you've got to do. I want you here because you like to be here. That's it, and that's all. It's not a one mind, one self type of thing. And it feels like being an cult member because you can't say, well, exactly. Everybody says this. Go where you want. Everybody's allowed to feel how they want to feel and go where they want to go. But as soon as they do, it's a problem. Every time. And I'll be the first to admit, if I see you in clues, I'm giving you the side eye. There's a couple of them that I'm looking at you real funny. But you're right. You're allowed to go wherever you want. Just some places, if I see you there, you probably don't need to speak to me. That's clues. Pearl, the only one who gets a shrine around here, better recognize. Are they letting y'all tag Tanga? Every time I look at my chat, I don't know what it is. Well, no, I do know what it is about the word Tanga because in another language, I forget, it means thong. But yeah, I hope they're letting you. Anyway, to sum it up, she asked me, why was she allowed to hop on your panel to go at Brittany like all the other 20 people that do it daily? Oh, dear God. She was up here and talked about it for what, 10 minutes? You'll be all right. She's more concerned that Brittany's receipts are real and the Addie is taking her money. I guess she means attorney. So I don't care about these lawyer funds. Look, y'all, and your freaking lawsuits and your lawyers this and your frivolous that and your RICO this. If you subscribers want to give your money over to these people, then that's on you. That I don't care if the damn receipt is real or fake. I couldn't even see it. It was blurry. I don't care. Y'all do what you need to do. Just do what you need to do. But don't, and Brittany was heated last night. Good morning, Coffee Talk. She was heated last night talking about me, Pearl, and Six Up. I never saw her move that much in that chair. Of course, I don't watch her that much. And I ran through those receipts. Through Investy Chat GPT. They aren't edited / Photoshop, but who knows, right? Who knows? If Pearl could get a good look at them, and I'm not just saying this because I love Pearl, but Pearl is actually really good at figuring out if something has been Photoshopped or not. It's wild. She has really figured stuff out on Photoshopping. She catches everything. Oh, did somebody have a grandbaby? Carrie, congratulations. Congratulations. Still heated this morning. Who's that? Sassy. Who, Brittany? She can stay mad. We were never friends. And I used to tell her, Brittany, don't review this. Now, see, here you go again, Brittany, reviewing my stuff and getting your blood pressure all high. And now mine's a little high. You see how this goes? I told you not to review my stuff. It's not in your favor all the time. And ma'am, I can feel how I want to feel about the dog piling of you. If it wasn't you and it was someone else, I'd feel the same way. Give me just a second, y'all. I'm going to get more coffee. Brittany seems to think this is all about her, and it's not. It's bigger than that. It's either one or either you speak against the people that are talking about her all day long, and then you're a BJ fan. And then if you say something that you don't agree that she does, then you're a bully too, and I'm unsubscribing. That shit gets annoying. It does. Oh, there you go, Remy. There's a way to go around it. Yeah, she just needs to sleep. I told her that. Don't review my stuff. Just go to bed. You're going to get it wrong anyway. And speaking, thank you, Community T. Thank you. It's the principle. So I've never pretended to be friends with Brittany, although it's been put on me. Yeah, she's one of Brittany's people. Nah, never even been subscribed to her. It's the principle. It's the principle. I found out that the snake handler religion people are all in Tennessee. Who knew? Oh, they're in Kentucky too. There used to be a show. And one of the guys on the show, he actually was bit by one of the snakes and finally, well, he died. Good morning, Ellie. Good to see you. Hey, Zero Jules. Yeah, that snake handling stuff is actually against the law. They would catch them going across from Tennessee to Kentucky with snakes in the back of their car. This was very weird. Do you all remember that show? It was on Net Geo. I am always fascinated by strange cults. I will watch anything on a cult. It's like, especially those religious ones. It's like you're dancing with a snake. And then if you get bit by it, don't go see a doctor. Just if you believe in the Lord enough, you'll live. Yeah, okay. Exactly. We've never, Pearl, right. We have never been in her chat and never spoke to her. Don't know her like that. Anyway, speaking of people falling asleep and getting everything wrong, y'all know I went, every time I go live, I swear somebody gets something wrong. It never ceases to amaze me. So last night I went live. It was just a shoot the shit type of live, chilling, nothing serious, talking a little bit about Susan. Purple. Y'all remember I told Purple, your views, honey, they're looking bad. It's because you only cover the same 4 people, and you've been covering the same 4 people for 4 years. And then I said something like, expand your horizons, give your commentary on other things. Heck, watch something and react to it. And then I said, which I'm about to pull it up, shout out to Pearl for making this, because this directly shows what was said by me and how wrong Purple got this. Oh, thank you, Zero Jules. I'm glad. Oh, are you number 30? I like that. I just figured out what that was, y'all. When people put the number in, that they were the number of the last like. I like that. That's pretty cool. Anyway, so I told Purple, girl, I, I said something about, could you imagine if she covered somebody? Never mind. Let me just pull it up. Hey, Tickety. Good to see you, Chaos Queen. You too, Irish Jessie. And again, shout out to Pearl. I missed it. I was asleep like I should be. Let me pull this up. Here's what was actually said. But first, we'll listen to how Purple interpreted what I said.
Somebody's gonna have to tell the truth, and I'm gonna tell.
My brain isn't working.
In news that will amaze absolutely no one, the pigeon was out here showing her ass last night. Again. She seems confused about something Soup said on her last live show. Let's listen to Perp's version of what was said by the Soup. Starting at 6 minutes 11 seconds.
Talked about how my numbers have really dropped.
Uh-huh.
Said that I need to go after Cluminati.
No.
I don't know why. I should go after Queen Bee. Don't know why.
No.
Let's hear that again.
Said that I need to go after Cluminati. I should after Queen Bee.
Are you sure that's what Soup said, Perp? Let's check that. We're starting at 39 minutes 43 seconds. Soup is responding to a comment in her chat. Here's the question and the transcript. Pause to read.
Bless her heart. She would be eating alive trying to cover some. Yeah, she couldn't do it. You can't be scared. You can't be scared to cover other drama. Like, you think she would cover Clue or The Bee? No! She would turn ghost white and pass out and... Shit. One of them said boo to her. She'd be... No. Purple's the type that runs to those people to get back up. She doesn't challenge them. She's like, can you help me out here? Yes, I got some jerks coming for me.
It sounds like Soup's exactly the opposite of what you claimed she said, Perp. Is it time for that bell tone, Perp? Or is it your usual problem?
That is one big pile of shit.
Pearl, you are so good at these. I love them. So again, the Purple gets it wrong. I said, somebody in the comments said, Purple could never cover other drama because she would get eaten up, chewed out, spit out. And I said, yeah, exactly. Could you see her like coming for someone like Clue or The Bee? No. She'd turn ghost white and pass out. And she would. I never said, you dizzy ding dong, to go after them. Girl, how do you get everything wrong? How? That's a actual real question. That is how? Do you do it purposely? Or when you're listening, are you half asleep? Right? Cornbread knows who Purple is. It just amazes me how everybody gets everything so incorrect. Well, not everyone, but a lot of people. And I wonder if you do it because you're trying to start something. Because now, Purple, we already know and I said that last night, you are one of those dizzy ding dong. You will go to people like that for backup. So I would never. I would never. You already did it once. You went to the bee, and the bee said, "No, this is stupid. I don't want no part of it." Remember that, Purple? Yeah, that's what I was saying, and you know it. I believe you know exactly what I was saying. You play. You just play too much. I think you do it because you want to get something started or get something going. And it backfires on you as it typically does. Instant karma. It's the wildest thing. And it happens to her a lot. It's just like smacked her right in the face. Pearl says, look at the actual quote. The start say at the start saying my brain isn't working. It's not AI. Now let me pull it up again. Let me rewind to the actual quote that was said. Let me rewind.
Minutes 43 seconds. Soup is responding to a comment in her chat. Here's the question.
Here it is. Madison. Madison says she would be eaten alive trying to cover some of these drama channels. I read it and I say, yes, you can't be scared. You can't be scared to cover drama. Like you think she would cover Clue or The Bee? No, she would turn ghost white and pass out. If one of them said boo to her, God, it's easy, Purple. So if you're listening there, that is what was said. Nothing else. God. And that's what it is. There's some marbles rumbling around up there. I swear to God. Yes, your numbers and viewership's down. Imagine if I just talked about the same person every day, day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. For 4 years. Tony, Susan, Tabby, and now you've added Buddy to the list. People get burnt out with that. Just like you see the people are getting burnt out with Brittany. It just gets old. They got burnt out with Bullhorn Betty. Give them something new. Venture out. And speaking of being sick of the Brittany J coverage, oh, let me pull something else up. Oh, Lord, Lord, Lord. That old nonsense. Lord. I tell you, I think people are dedicated to getting things wrong. It seems to be a sport around here. I used to think most people were trying out for the Victim Olympics. Now I think it's a incorrect. How can I get everything wrong Olympics? I don't know what's going on around here, but it's wild to listen to. So chasing goes on Granny's. I don't know where Granny went to. So I only recorded a small portion where she's having a conversation with Nonsense, and damn Nonsense bringing up her child and Cash again, getting it wrong again. All right, tickety, good. Yes, have a good one, Carrie, and congratulations on the grandbaby. I'm so happy for you. You have a wonderful day. It doesn't help that there's people that play. Tell if it doesn't. She needs to stay on her island. All right, let me pull this up. Oh, good Lord. I get so sick of this, but here we are. Let's make fun of it as best we can. So Chasing goes up to talk to Granny about, I think it was mainly over the tattoo. Yeah, because Granny got that skunk tattoo, which Chasing is the one who gave her the idea for. I don't care. It ain't that deep. No one said you shouldn't have got the tattoo. It's just, when I said I was suing Chasing, that was a joke, y'all. please get a sense of humor. It's I need more coffee. It's wild. Anyway, and the F does look like an E. You can't make me see it any other way. TP made a brilliant video about this. Nonsense keeps trying. She's still hammering her narrative. Oh, well, hold on. Let me find TPE. Hold on just a second. Yeah, she's still trying to do they spoke on my child. Nobody spoke on your child. I see you're very desperate and probably, I don't know, it's almost like she's upset. Excuse me. It's almost like she's upset that it didn't happen that way, which is weird. Yes, that skunk, Gemini Slacker. Hold on. I don't see it. The last one I saw was on TPE's is AI Granny with BJ Craig and Everyday with Jay. And it's like old people on a swing. Oh, it's an old one. Oh, yeah. Yes, I know which one you're talking about, Pearl. Yes, I might find that and play it again because TPE did the damn thing there. Hold on. Let me pull that back up. But we'll play this one. Let me find that video. That was actually a premiere, wasn't it? Anyway, while I'm looking for that, I'll let this play.
To cash. And there was a lot of people that at one time I considered friends or people I cared about that were very comfortable sitting in those places, or people that I just gave respect. That's when shit really shifted with me, and not necessarily you, because me and you have never like a personal anything, but that's when the real big shift for me changed.
Okay, there was a big shift for nonsense on the web. The thing is, we weren't never close. I was never close to her, so there shouldn't have been any really big shift. You got mad because what was it she got mad about? The whole Yep thing. I didn't like the way she was treating the people that were done dirty by her. If it was sorry, Cash, if it wasn't Cash, then no one else mattered. So that's what pissed her off.
These people were were privy to the fact that Kenzie was struggling mentally. Cash reached out.
I had no clue about your child. I don't want to know nothing about your child. Do not put that on me or anyone else, please and thank you.
They became friends. There was never any exchange of money, but that was openly said over and over again in the soups, the jerks, whatever.
It was not said over and over and over again in the soups or the jerks live. You liar. And I'm going to play that here in just a second. Now, I see you keep trying to drive that narrative home because you're struggling. You're desperate. You want to be victim. You want so bad. It's wild to watch. Yeah, who was privy to that? No one. No one. Nonsense made it about her when it had nothing to do with her. Thank you, Community T. That's exactly what she did. It had nothing to do with me, so I didn't insert myself in the Yep stuff. But Nonsense sure did. But here's the thing. She is so desperate. To me, it seems like she just wanted somebody to say something about her child so she could say, they're speaking on my child. I'm so sorry to disappoint you. And that's a weird thing to say. No one spoke on your child. Stop wanting people to speak on your children. And nothing was said over and over again in my chat. It was cleared up. We'll play it though.
Many times. And people just went with it. And it was like, are you fucking kidding? And then these same people say, don't talk about children. Yes, she's a fucking adult. She was an adult. But that's fucked up. And that's where, for me, it was
it's
done.
Still your kid. Even.
Yeah, it's done. Well, especially because.
Oh, see, now she's confused. Now it's still it's her child, but no one spoke on her child.
Came into her life at such a time where she needed a friend. and it was because she was struggling mental health with Kyle and shit that I'm a child trafficker. Yeah, then it just snowballed.
Okay, that's insane.
Yeah.
I remember you streamed about them saying you're exploiting your kid, and then they streamed saying they were saying don't put her out, like don't tell her business out here, not exploiting her to cash so she could con cash.
There were comments in their chat that were not removed.
Okay, I'm saying
Let's rewind that.
You streamed about them saying you're exploiting your kid, and then they streamed saying they were saying don't put her out, like don't tell her business out here, not
Thank you, Chasing. Six Up said, do not, like, don't put her business out here. Because at the time, Nonsense was screaming, Cash and Kinsey, Cash and Kinsey, Cash and Kinsey. Girl.
exploiting her to cash so she could con
There
cash.
were comments in their chat that were not removed.
Okay, I'm saying that
Yeah, I know.
that's how they explained it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They
I'm
were
not
like,
asking
no,
you
we
to
didn't
answer
mean
for them.
she's selling her kid to cash. You know, don't
Well,
put
these are
her
people.
business out. We don't need to know.
I've never interacted with that group of people. Still don't watch them anything. And
Oh God, here we go. I don't interact with that group. They've never been Islander. The girl, bye. We don't interact with you either, but you are still telling the same lie.
then, you know, it just snowballed from there. But they thought I was accusing them of stuff, and I was like, "What the fuck are you?"
You
talking
tried
about?
it.
Like they thought I was accusing them of being behind that account, and I was like, "What? Rewind. That was never."
No, ma'am, you did. You tried it. You tried it with that stupid sick account. You did the theys and the them, and the timing is very suspect. You tried it. You think you're slick, and when you get called out, you're like, "Oh, I wasn't saying that." You tried it.
In fact, I had said, like, I don't know those people. I don't think they would have anything to do with something like that. Like, it just, all of this shit snowballed. But for me, that's when shit really changed. So did I change? Fuck yeah. It became fuck people for long term. Right then.
Yeah. See, I think a lot of it too is we may see screenshots, we may hear that people said, but then you don't have a conversation. You know, like
Right.
me, I could have just decided, no, I'm not going to click this link. And then tomorrow, the same, you know, narrative running around in the chat, like, oh, Chasing sits with people who, you know, talk crazy and she condones this. She's fine with this. You know, just like with Granny. When I
All right. So basically, them two, they're good. They're fine. Chasing leaves when anyone's talking about Granny or Nonsense, which is fine. That's good. But what I don't like but it's never going to stop. It's always going to be a thing. People love to get and the misinformation sector, I swear it is. People love to get things wrong. They love to if they're not a victim in something, they will make themselves a victim of something. And it just gets old. She snowballed everything. Thank you. Pixie says, okay, comments in her chat, but not that group of people or person you said. Trolls come into chat. That's not the viewpoint of creators. Exactly. If actions speak louder than words, since that's what was said about Clue, Nonsense condones it by exactly. And that's something else that was brought up last night, talking about, I haven't heard her say anything in a year. Are we not supposed to give people space to change if they've actually changed? But like Chasing said last night, she has only doubled down on it. Look, Clue hasn't changed. She plays in your all's face. Stop acting like she's changed. That gets so old. And then you think you're going to play in our face about it? I don't think so. The logic can go both ways. It's rules, not rules for thee. Oh, yeah. And then reading some of the comments in the chat. Oh, God, you're just so. There's going to come a day when this lid's going to blow. But since this wants to be, we talked about her child bullshit. Let's pull up something. Let's clear up a few things again. Hold on. Shout out to TPE.
All right, continuing on with the comment. It's a lot at once for you, and I can't even imagine. I'm sorry you're hurt and upset.
Okay,
and
that's when
attention.
TPE
I
got blocked.
said not to come back. Normally I don't, but there was 2 in a row where people made videos, mentioned me, and then I was blocked from speaking. So I'm using my platform, and that's what and Pearl were talking about, generally speaking. They were speaking about creators and nonsense, and how they tend to overshare and speak a lot about their private things like mental health, whatever it may be. But unfortunately, you're using that as content. And then unfortunately, other people in turn use as content. And it's a vicious cycle. And I also know that 6UP has learned that the hard way. She's been through it. And anyway, go listen to her live. It explains it a lot better than I just did. So do go listen to 6UP's live. She does address it, and it does make a lot more sense when you're in the chat and you know the full context as to what's going on. But yeah, just my thoughts. This video is specifically for me to speak my mind and respond to what was said about me specifically and my thoughts and opinions. So here we go. Let's do it. So this is just basically one of the times I was brought up. I believe there's going to be 3 in total, 2 where my name was mentioned and 1 where I'm going to assume it was me, but not 100% sure. I can't say for sure, assuming it's me. And we'll do that one last.
Let's get to the part
out of her. So I'm not shocked by seeing her saying shit like that. I'm not shocked about that.
I guess I don't really know what you mean by I don't F.
Let me rewind.
What they replied, the clip was not about.
Expect anything more out of 6UP, honestly. I just don't. Because I don't I don't click with that group of people. So I don't expect any more out of her. So I'm not shocked by seeing her saying shit like that. I'm not shocked about that.
I guess I don't really know what you mean by I don't F with that group of people, because, I mean, you've been in all our chats, you've said, hey.
That's true. Nonsense used to come in all the chats. She'd say, hey, she participated when the HOA was a thing. She didn't seem to have a problem then. But when you disagree with her, then it's all of a sudden, I don't F with those people.
And I don't even know which group of people you mean, because it's all kind of intertwined. So yeah, make it make sense. Maybe be a little more clear about who you mean, they, them, the groups, because
those people
not
over
very many
there.
people understand what you're saying and who you're talking about. And that's kind of been something that a lot of people have agreed on recently. And all of a sudden, I never liked those people. The most appropriate thing to do would be to go and actually listen to the context, not just look at the screenshot, and not just watch the comment fly by in chat. But
so TP here is talking about someone sent nonsense what was said in my chat by 6UP. It was that revival. God bless her. So TP is saying, hey, how about you go listen for yourself? There's an idea, instead of an old bone carrier. Because you know what they say about a bone. A dog that'll bring a bone will carry a bone, and they get it all wrong. But I kind of feel like Nonsense wanted it all wrong so she could be the victim.
Actually rewind a few minutes and listen to what's being said. That's important. And we're going to do that coming up soon here. But listen to the actual full context of what was going on, what was being said on the live stream when the comment was made. And maybe people agree with it. Maybe that's why they didn't come to your defense, because maybe what you were talking about is slightly exploitative. Not necessarily what you're doing, but what can happen later. What can happen when stuff like that gets put on the internet is, well...
I like that, Pearl. Nonsense needs to be real. She was already offended when Miss Leah, or whatever her name is, had told her that I said in a voice chat, I said that if you didn't live up to your supposed platforms of ethics. See, she had already had an issue with discords And somebody was running back and telling her that, look, nonsense doesn't really stand on what she claims she stands on. Everybody's giving her the side eye. Everybody's looking at her different. There was a lot of people that were feeling like they were misled by her. They were kind of disappointed in her sudden defense of Clue. And now that's Discord's fault. Discord, God Almighty, nonsense and Discord.
What you've just seen, backlash. You have a lot of enemies, unfortunately, because of what we do on here is
Yes,
call people
Golden
out.
Saurus. Yes.
And those people that we're generally calling out, at least some of those people are total POSs. They don't care. So they're going to do terrible things back to you, even if they're complete lies. People get mad, they do stupid shit. And the more they know about your personal life, the more they're going
And said, please stop exploiting your kid.
to sort through things, make sure there's proof available, talk to each other, that sort of thing. And that's up to them. That's up to them.
Yes,
and it's up to us
Peg.
as well to be diligent.
She was.
To be cautious and to guard our wallets. Be careful.
Yep.
It's said all the time. Don't send money to people you don't know. All the warnings have been out there. That's not to blame anyone. That's just be careful. Be careful out there. Be careful.
Okay, now we're getting into it.
Yesterday, the soup, who you don't even recognize these names because they're not somebody we've ever even discussed. The circle jerks, the soup, I'm not sure. I don't know these people.
I get so sick of this dumb shit. People do this all the time. Pretend not to know who the jerks are. Girl, stop. Most of the people in your chat were with the jerks. Went on panels. Stop. So many people try it. I'm not sure who they are. The circle jerks, the jerks. I don't know if they're the band, the jerks, or if they're just some jerk. I don't know those. Stop. You embarrass yourself when you do that. It's not as cute as you think it is, girl.
At all. But these people were in a chat yesterday with Six Up, and Six Up said they were talking about me, they were reviewing me. And Six Up said, please stop exploiting your kid. And Nunya and Elle were in the chat, never fucking said a word. And I just got confirmation of that, and it stuck me like a fucking, yeah. I hope none of these fucking pieces of shit. Tragedy Pimps Exposed, don't ever come over here again. I'm sorry you're in there too. Don't ever play in my face again. Sorry, not sorry.
Okay, so there you have it. So, because I was in a chat, I am no longer welcome. That's fine. I mean, I'm not going to cry over it. Don't really care that much. I'm blocked now. And that's the only thing I kind of have an issue with, because if you're going to talk about me, I feel like I should have the right to...
Right, Community T. She should have dropped my link. I love the way Community T thinks.
Respond. That's just how I run my channel. Of course, you can run your channel however you want to run your channel. You want to block everybody who disagrees with you, go for it. You want to block everyone who sits with certain people who may or may not even agree with those people all the time, sure, do you. It's your channel. I just find interesting that certain people like to block people and talk about them at the same time. Yeah, not something I do on my channel. I have probably 3, maybe 4 people blocked, and it's because they like to spam or be homophobic or hateful. But yeah, I'm not a little baby that needs to block everybody who doesn't like me sometimes. And that's not even true. I don't actually not like you. I just disagree with you a lot. I disagree with the way...
I don't like you. Nonsense. And I disagree with you all the time.
You exploit Sebastian Rogers, which I've said that before. I think you're exploiting him by... I don't know what episode you're on, 4,900, 862, who knows, but it's a lot. You have exploited him a lot, and that's my opinion. Doesn't mean I hate you, doesn't mean I even dislike you, it just means I dislike what you do and I disagree with some of the things you're doing. But hey, I thought we could be cordial and, carry productive conversations, especially when we do agree.
Remy, when people bring stuff out of Discord, it is all out of context. Because if people are talking in a voice chat and people are typing in a side chat, first of all, that's all wrong. They could be talking about, I took my dog to the groomers today. Well, it could get misconstrued so many different ways. So careful of people who bring you stuff out of a Discord. Usually it's out of context.
And yeah, there are a lot of things that we both do agree on. I just felt a certain way. I did write a comment
we're
under that
getting to
video
the
in
part.
response, and to do with cash and talking about people. Thumbs up. You want to start around 59 minutes for full content. You
Thanks.
take a lot of breaks.
Here we go.
You gotta take mental health breaks. This is toxic, it's insane, and it really isn't mentally healthy for someone who is of average mental health, let alone people who have mental health problems. I mean, come on. So I take as many breaks as I can. All right, I've decided we are going to review the part of Soup's video where this comment from 6up comes up. You want to start around 59 minutes for full context, so that's what we're going to do. Here's the live right there, and the link will be in the description. Although, I suggest you watch the whole entire live stream. Nonsense is still going on and on, how this has everything to do with cash, and talking about people pimping her daughter out to cash, and meaning she's saying other people are saying that. This is not what that comment from 6up was about. You need the full context, so please do pay attention, nonsense, so that you can stop spreading misinformation. I don't know if maybe Brittany
But she ain't going to. That was back in March. We're in August, and she is still getting it all wrong. Just as of yesterday. Ain't that right, nonsense?
and her crew were saying things like that, but I didn't hear that from this live stream, at least not the way you're describing it. And part of the problem with saying they, them, this group, that group, people get confused and think you're talking about other people. And that's how rumors get spread.
She does, Lindsay. She does a really good job at breaking stuff down. She gets it
So
all.
I think it's important to have full context.
Hey,
So
Pinto.
context is everything, people. Let's make sure we rewind enough so that we have the full context, and we'll see when the comment comes in, and then we'll make sure we play enough after that so that we, have full context.
Yes, exactly. I care so much that I've got to come in and tell you I don't care.
Right, Kate?
Can I just make something very clear?
Yes.
The only conversations I have heard cash being mentioned from these supposed people in the dark places is them saying that Cash had every right to know as soon as people were certain, and that he had every right to speak up about it. I've not heard any criticism about it. I've not been everywhere. I'm not saying those conversations haven't happened. I'm just saying, make sure that you're blaming the right people. Do you truly believe that has happened?
That's a good point, Pearl.
No, I have no idea. I stayed away from that fucking shithole for a long time. I don't fucking entertain any of that group of people. And to those of you that are out here saying that I have their address and all these things, no, I have not. No. County, city, state.
Let me slow her down. Dang.
Absolutely.
One thing I can say about nonsense is she does not talk slow. Damn.
Hey, would have done it a year ago every day. Don't care. So keep trying to spin it. Keep bringing my kid in. Keep bringing my adult child in. Because
Man,
more foolish every time. And so do
you're bringing your adult child into it.
No one mentioned this daughter other than you were the person who started all this by having this big thing about how, sort of she runs you and she cares about cash, therefore you've got to sort of do this thing, calling her in and all this sort of, you were the person who made her the focal point. I haven't heard anybody else talk about it except you.
You even brought her in the room one night. Come here. God almighty, you did this.
All right, so far we have a panel with Pearl, and they're having opinions, and so is the chat.
Shout out to the opinionated community, everybody. That's us over here. It pisses a lot of people off.
The chat is also having opinions. I see really no difference here than your chat and your panel, where you have opinions and people in the chat have opinions.
Imagine that.
I tell you otherwise. People are allowed to have opinions.
Yep.
And that's a fact.
people around you. He was good enough for $2,000, huh? So if you thought he was having inappropriate relationships with a child, even though she was an adult the entire time, what does that say about you? Oh, that you're willing to align yourself with horrible people to benefit your pocketbook? Is that what it says about you? Yep. Well, the difference is he's not a bad person. He's an amazing human being. And when it comes to people I love and care about, Cash and Kenzie and Cash, you know, we've always made the joke over here that Cash actually runs the fucking island because he is one of two people. Let me remind you, one of two.
Oh my God, lady, calm down. Everybody knows you love Cash. Cash. You love Cash. He has access to your whole family. Like, you have made this known so much, it's cringe. Like, you're really hurting my square. Cash, Cash, Cash. Everybody, Cash and Nonsense are family.
Catch me outside. How about that? Huh? Catch me outside. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that? Catch me outside. How about that?
Cash, Cash, Cash. Everybody, Cash and Nonsense are family.
Not that I don't trust some of these other women on here, because I do. Absolutely. Revival. She could have access to Kenzie Chico. Kenzie watches Chico all the time.
You hear that, Revival?
Because a community post that Kenzie saw, and she's like, that's fucking.
Before you left like it was an airport, did you hear that, Revival? Get back here.
It's funny shit.
And that was getting on I was working my nerves during that time. That's what we kept hearing. Cash and kids. Cash, 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 Cash. Cash is family. Cash has access to my child. Okay, when you say something like that and people don't know you, not saying that he actually has access to your child, but you were the one announcing it. You had your board up in the air, waving it around like you just don't care. Cash has access to my family. It's weird. You will never not make me think it's weird. You wanted that so announced to everybody. And then when people started looking at you crazy, like, girl, what? Ha ha. Then we're just some evil people talking about your child. You see how people do around here? You see how they do? Let me calm down.
But Cash is one of two people that has direct access to Sis. The other one is Amethyst.
Oh, who's Sis? Wait a minute. Amethyst. Ain't Amethyst the one that you couldn't even bother to defend when the bee went in on her? Hey, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't that Amethyst that you couldn't even be bothered to defend against the bee because you're scared of her? Yeah. There you go, Hoodie. A strategic wording. She knows exactly what she's doing. And if you're stupid or you just ain't figured out what she's doing yet, you're going to fall for it. There's that soup over there talking about her child. No one's talking about your child. But you love your Islanders. You know, I wouldn't even do this if it wasn't for my Islanders. They told me not to watch, so I didn't. So I'm only speaking out because of my Islanders. Okay, Nonsense. On the web.
Day one OG. Sure as fuck is. Yeah, like screen this shit just pissed. Like, this made my fucking, and I've already been an emotional wreck. If you guys know, you know my animals are my life.
Oh, God. Anyway, 173 in here. Could you hit the like for me?
And I've had Dexter since he was 2 days old. So he was actually my ex. But I'll be fucking darned. I'll be darned that the digs that were taking at Cash on this fucking call. I'll be darned.
I'll be darned.
Okay, so as far as I know.
Who says I'll be darned? I'll be darned. Shoot far. I'll be darned. You understand me? Okay, Barney.
No, she's talking about the call between Flava, who's another creator, and Yep, the scammer. And she's just talking about that and what Yep was saying.
I'll be darned.
Protecting her. Oh my gosh, Chico. Fucking, she's ridiculous. Chico was in the car ride with our entire family. Oh my God. That's the thing is, like, I don't even, like, we're over here making up and fabricating an entire life.
And for those wondering if you just came in why I'm talking about this again, because Nonsense on the web got it all wrong again, talking to Chasing, knowing that she got it wrong.
Let me tell you about my family firm. Let me tell you about something 99% of
Well,
people
I'll
know.
be.
Well, you pretend that you're these great fucking people on here. No, I'm just the asshole that I am. Never claimed to be anything else. But let me tell you a little bit about my family.
Oh, God, no.
Okay, and here comes the problem. And there may be parts that I want to cut out because I don't want that on my channel. I don't want that for anyone. And yes, that's unfortunate for context purposes, but I do think you'll get the gist of it.
And she spoke on this herself. Has got to do with ideation because of medical issues.
No, I'm fast forwarding.
And there you have it. That is what people were talking about, at least in this
You
chat.
see what I did there? Me and Pearl skipped right over that. I didn't even want to play it on my live, her talking about her own child. I said, nah, we're skipping past this because it ain't my place. You're the mother. If you want to do that, okay. I just don't agree with it. And I'm allowed over here in the opinionated community to have that opinion. And I don't want it on my platform.
I can't speak for other chats that I haven't seen. I don't know what Brittany J and them said over there on her channel, but I do know that the chat that I was in, that's what we were talking about with regard to exploitation and using a situation like that in regards to a family member. It just didn't need to be said. It didn't need to be used. I'm just going to be careful with what I say. But it kind of reminds me of other creators who tend to play victim.
Yes.
And it's a manipulation tactic because you're...
Yes, it is a manipulation tactic. I can't tell you how many mothers I have seen on the app do that very thing. You don't say nothing about their child. You might say, I don't know, she put him on the bus this morning. Next thing you know, you have a crew of idiots, a mob of idiots with their pitchforks. Did you talk about her children? What do you know about their bus? Good grief.
Using it to defend yourself. There, I said it. And maybe that wasn't Nonsense's intention in that moment, but that's how it came across. And people are going to have opinions about that. I mean, it's being said on your platform. Anything that you say on your channel is up for discussion in a way. It doesn't necessarily make that right or wrong, but you know that if BJ, for example, had ever come out and said something like that about her child, people would be all over it. They'd be calling it a manipulation tactic or somehow a way to get sympathy.
But don't defend.
I'm not saying that's what you were doing necessarily.
TP, don't you defend BJ now. She don't want us defending her anymore. She don't like lukewarm. You got to be all in or all out. That's what she said. Don't defend her. Sorry, y'all. I'm in a mood.
Necessarily, I don't know, but it can come across that way, and people are going to have opinions. That's just the way it is. It sucks. It's shitty. That's why I don't speak about my family on here.
Nope.
And yeah, people do their best to cut out the kids. They do. I've seen you do your best to cut out the kids. I've seen you not cut them out now, after the fact. I've seen you cut them out and do your best. And I've seen other people do the same just now in your situation. So there you go. I think that speaks for...
I love that, Pixie. Why speak about your fam when you literally say people use your family against you? Come on now. That's like robbing a bank on a live, and when they post it, you act surprised and ask for privacy. It's so weird to me. God, it's so weird.
For itself. And I think it's to why the comment was made by 6up. And
we're
why
almost to the part of the comment that 6up made that Nonsense is steady to this day. Since March, we're in August getting wrong and purposely getting it wrong.
Others agreed with it and why others didn't stand up for you in that moment.
Yeah, I've got it.
Because it's not cool, in a lot of people's opinions, to speak about your family members and their mental health and their medical issues. It's just not. Whether they tell you it's okay or not, they may not be okay with it 10 years from now, 5 years from now, 20 years from now. The internet is forever. And again, people are just going to have opinions. Doesn't mean you're a bad person. It means people are just going to have opinions. So get over it. You know why? Because you have opinions about people all day, every day, for hours upon hours upon hours. You're up on your platform giving your opinion. And you're giving your opinion about other people's lives. Things that you see on their channels.
That's actually true, Pearl. I'm not. I'm not even mildly. I'm annoyed because it is annoying when people are always getting things incorrect and people are always striving for victimhood, to be in the victim Olympics. But trust, I ain't even halfway mad.
So I don't get why it's okay for you and not for everyone else. And for anyone who wants to get it twisted and try and come in here and say, oh, you're speaking on someone's child. No, I'm speaking on nonsense and what she said and did. So there's a difference there. That's how I think anyway. And I do think that this was important to correct, because no matter how many times you say it, that it was about cash and all this other stuff, it is what it is.
No matter how many times you say it, nonsense is striving to be a part of the Victim Olympics. There we go. Somebody get her a trophy.
What happened in this chat of soups is what happened, and it's not what you are saying happened. So that's why we're reviewing it. We're correcting misinformation over here. And your chat, they're right in there with you. I've been in there myself. We all do it. But it seems sometimes when it comes back on you and people have opinions about you and what you do, it can be controversial. So it makes sense that people will have opinions and there will be backlash. But it just seems that you tend to get irate when it happens to you. And I find that a little bit hypocritical. Usually when people have opinions about me, oh well, what can you do? I rarely make a video responding. But if I'm going to be blocked and I can't share what I think, where I can't even have an opinion under the video where my name was brought up, then yeah, I might make a video about it. It might just happen. Anyway, I think the point was made here, but we're going to continue on because, we want full context.
A minor.
Please.
So have I. Nothing special there. There's loads of us. There's loads of us.
Loads. But should you be talking about your child in that way? Is that their story to tell? I don't know how I feel about that, y'all. I feel like that's for the person it's actually happening to. I don't know.
I concur.
And that is still my opinion. Especially if the child, no, even if the child's a minor, I'm not getting on here and telling my child's business to a bunch of perfect strangers. Not about anything. Their mental health or this, that, or the third. My children, my business. Their business mainly. If they want to talk about it, they'll come on here and talk about it. Me as their mother does not give me the right to tell their business. That is still my opinion, however many months later.
Agree with that.
I think there's always the temptation, certainly I see it in a lot of parents, to feel like they own even their adult children. You don't own them, you don't own their stories. No. I am particularly careful in that regard with my kids.
Yes, you are.
For reasons. And no, it's not my story.
I just feel like not everything is for everybody. And some things you can keep to your, especially if it's not your story to tell. I get she's your child, but maybe let her make that decision. And that's just my humble opinion. And before you start, and that's a general statement. That was not just towards nonsense. I am speaking generally.
Can I just...
Yeah, go ahead.
Before we move on from this kind of thing, because suicidal ideation has been mentioned, I want to make it very clear, there is nothing wrong with having to deal with that. It's a thing that a lot of people go through. The important thing is, don't come looking for help on the internet. Go to specialist people who can help. There are plenty of helplines. There are plenty of medical professionals.
As we've seen with Susan Bennett. Don't come to YouTube looking for it.
Not find help on the internet, you just won't. But you should never feel guilty for going through that mental health situation. And I wish her nothing but the best. Been there, done that. It's tough, but once you learn to deal with it, you can get through it.
Right. I do wish her the best. I would just be careful as a parent. Just Hey, she's your child, you parent how you want to. I'm just speaking for me. There are some things that I think are sacred. And my child, their story, what they're going through, is not for me to tell.
She has come so far. People out here have to be fabricating what they're going through medically. Kenzie has to build a house out of the fucking paperwork and the imaging and the x-rays and everything that she's had to go through. The surgeries, the injections.
Hey,
The
G
fucking
girl.
hope of not having a childhood because she got to live in the UK.
I kind of skipped over the child talk. It made me uncomfortable. So that's why if it jumps around, I didn't want to.
This is one of the few.
Did you hear that? Even though Nonsense herself is talking about it on her platform, she's allowed to do that. It's her child. As for myself, I didn't want to play it. I wanted to skip over it. But no, hear her tell it to Chasing last night. Yeah, they came for her child. They did? You sure about that? Or are you running for the Victim Olympics? Because I think that's what it is.
Areas actually that I do relate to Nonsense's position on.
Okay, and there it is. There's 6up's comment, and it just came through. And you can kind of see now why she might have said that. Stop exploiting your kid. Now, on her stream, she said she was speaking kind of generally, like, you know, kind of like she meant stop exploiting your kids, like that. Either way, I do feel the same way. Like, when you're talking about your...
Do you know what Nonsense done with it? 6up's comment. Let me rewind. That very simple comment. So that's why if it's
position on
that, stop exploiting your kid. Now, on her stream,
that right there. What Nonsense done with that simple comment, she took it and ran 80,000 laps with it. You know, striving to be in the Victim Olympics, and made it to where it sounded like 6up was talking about her child. Everyone over here was talking about her child and accusing her of something nefarious with Cash. That was never said. It was never implied. I am so sorry for your luck, Nonsense on the web. I know this is a big disappointment to you because you so desperately want it to be something else. And no matter how many times you tell it, here's the truth. But keep telling your lie. It's your lie. You tell it the way you want to. Ain't that right? You're going to anyway. A lot of people just yep, that's how it all started, Sunnyside. One simple comment. One simple comment. Yeah, I never seen that either, Remy. The web. So when you're telling a story, why not put the truth on it? You don't have to like me. I don't like you. Nonsense, but I ain't running around lying on you. You're, again, one of those, you're pissed off because people started looking at you funny. Because you co-signed Clue. Yes, I judge you harshly, and you don't like it. So what do? You play games. You make it about something it's not. I see you. A lot of people see you. Then there's plenty that don't. They will. Strategic is the only word I can use to describe the way Nonsense moves. And you know what? I agree with that. And I come to find out, Nonsense, this is kind of her MO on here. I found a channel that used to cover her. And the things that this woman says, I'm like, oh my God. And this is like a year, 2 years old before I knew Nonsense. I'm like, this is exactly what she does in this sector too. Go gadget arms. You're reaching, but your arms are short. Let's see. Flight attendant for life says, They use their own children for money on here. When we got dark people like Clue and Beyonce out here, what the heck is wrong with it? I don't know, but we're the bad guys. But you'll never hear me talking about somebody's children, calling them fuck sticks or calling them inbred or defective or whatever. But you going to keep crying about Six Up saying that one comment, which was general. You knew exactly what was going on. You play stupid. Shaming those in chat is twofold strategy. It's easy to see once you pay attention. It really is. Not only twisting words like a pretzel, now we're running. Yes, I swear. Running for the Victim Olympics around here. When all else fails, that's what you'll see people do. They can't just accept that I don't like you because I see, and Nonsense, let me remind you, was one of the first to call out Clue. Now she's over there making all the excuses for her. She ain't said nothing in a year, y'all. She hasn't said send black people back to Africa in a year. Now that you can't make up. It's just so wild to me. This sector is wild to me. And I will always find it amusing, and there will always be something to talk about. And don't forget, the jerks will be live tonight too. We've got plenty to talk about over there. You know, the jerks. I don't know those people. Never have, never will. Girl, you know us. Yes, you do. Yes, they do. Yes, she does, Bucci. I've always, well, not always. When I first started watching her, I'll tell you the truth. When I first started watching Nonsense, I thought she was just correcting. Now I hate this term, correcting myth information. Somewhere, BJ came along, and that's all it was. BJ 24/7. Oh, tomorrow, God Almighty, you're right. It's Tuesday. I made another pot of coffee. I did. Pearl, you want to come up with me for a minute? If not, that's fine. I'm going to drop a link for you. Well, send you a link. Hold on. And I'm going to stop saying hold on. Just listening to BJ last night say hold on, I swear she said that 50 billion times. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, who are the jerks? It cracks me up when people act like they don't know who we are. We are the ones that came here and pissed y'all off. Make them mad. And we did. Because with us, there's a lot. That's the thing I noticed in this sector too. A lot of people are too scared to say what it is that they really want to say. It's just the way it is. Hold on. Here's the thing. I'm still going to come on here. I'm going to talk about what I want to. I'm going to say what I want to. I'm all that coming up under my comment section, snotting around, talking about, I'm disappointed in you. Sorry, not an airport. Peace on out. If you came here because you thought I'm going back to what I was talking about earlier. If you came here because you thought that I am some type of Brittany J. Windmiller, you came to the wrong place. I'd never claimed to be. Like I said earlier, it's the principle. Hold on, I think I hear Miss Pearl. Yep, there she is. Morning or afternoon.
Hey, I still don't have the proper screen yet. Restream is still thinking about it, but I'll carry on regardless. Yeah, prep is quite something. How on earth do you get go after and cover the same thing? I'm pretty sure there's a difference between I cover the royal family and I go after the royal family.
Right,
Or
right.
I cover the president's itinerary or I go after the president. I mean, come on, Perp, even you know. These are very different things. But you tried it.
She did. Oh my gosh. As if I would ask Purple to go
Rescream,
after.
why are you doing this?
Uh-oh. Can you not hear us? Can you not hear me? I don't think Pearl can hear me, y'all.
Let me just refresh.
Okay, hon. She's going to refresh and come back. Well, at least her laptop didn't need to do a reset. Mine always does. Pearl's always does that before a live too. Oh, what's wrong with Texas? Oh, yes, Texas girl. I hope you are feeling better. I really do. My gosh, you have been through it. Good morning, Mystery. What'd Bucci say? Where you at, Bucci? At least you didn't get, who even are you? Maybe I did. I haven't listened to all of it yet. It's YouTube, I think. Oh, you did? And have you all noticed something with the handles, people's handles? It's got numbers. Some of them have numbers beside of them now. And I guess it's this thing YouTube's doing so people can't duplicate. Yeah, I think it's YouTube. I don't know why it didn't drop Pearl. Let me drop her and then add her back. Oh, where's my chat? There it is. Snarky stars. I've missed everything. Well, called BJ's Pity Party. That was pathetic. Stars. I watched a little bit of it and she was so pissed off. She was like, "Don't defend me. If you're going to if you're going to be lukewarm, don't defend me." Girl, it's not really about you. But don't worry, I won't say nothing else. Yes, some chats have handles and some have screen names. It is weird. And it just started, I think, just like a few days ago. I'm like, is everybody changing their name? What is going on? Let me find Brittany, what she said. I'm not going to play much of her. I just wanted y'all to hear some of this. Boy, she was pissed. And she titled it PSA.
Right? 6 up? Let me play it again. Where's your proof of that? No, I don't know if she does her. I don't pay attention to her, but she fucking admits to watching me all the time.
Straight up skin. That's one thing that I can say.
6 Up watches you all the time, not me.
Straight up scamming. Are you?
Oh, there's Pearl.
Probably not. Let's listen.
Hey, Pearl. Oh my God, I still can't hear you, hon.
She's like, I don't know. Credit.
Oh, and she got mad at Lindsay.
Everybody in their mama has on this freaking godforsaken earth. It's called payments, credit.
Oh, and she was mad because she thinks we haven't called out everybody else and their PayPals and everybody getting money for their lawsuits. She's like, how come Granny gets a pass? What about Queen Bee? She's had one for 2 years. We've all said something about that too. Oh, Andy, the Brittany is pissed at us.
Brittany every night. I actually do watch, but I don't miss a fucking night of Brittany J. Okay, I've been watching.
I can't do it.
And she's scamming. Okay, she's straight up scamming. That's one thing that I can say that I do agree with other people about. Okay, and
I don't know what kind of music she's playing, so I ain't going to get no copyright because I don't know if that's copyrighted music or not. But the Brittany is very upset with us. She don't want us. She got mad at a lot of us because of not supporting lawsuits. Right. Well, God, people are sick of the lawsuits. Don't ask don't ask for donations to a lawyer fund if you are running around by nonprofit essentials in a credit card. She's really that dumb that she doesn't understand why people are saying it's wrong. Exactly. I don't get it. I told Brittany so many times, don't review me. It's not going to be, I'm not going to tickle your ears, girl. Not going to happen. But I see you're feeling very bold. You go right ahead. Yeah, like the watches and stuff. And that Six Up that's her opinion on it. She came up here, she said it. And I missed it, but someone messaged me this morning. They're like, I know you don't listen to Brittany, but you've got to go listen to her. And she was hot, man. She was pissed. She was reapplying that lipstick and everything. But now I've got people disappointed in me. I don't care. Sorry. That's true too. Like I said, and I'll keep saying it, if you came to my channel and subscribed to me because you thought that I was going to be here I don't know what you thought, but you thought wrong. I subscribe to me because you actually like me, or you like to hear me talk. I don't know, or you like the people in chat. You don't subscribe to other channels because you think they're going to windmill for somebody. There's Jonesin. You can't force people to give up about a lawsuit, but because we don't, it's a problem for them. Have that problem, ladies. You'll get over it. Exactly. They'll be fine. What do they dip phones in? Chocolate? What are you talking about, Tanga? Why not use her credit card for her lawyer? I don't know. This is so like these lawsuits, and I just, when is this going to end? And I think Brittany said she was going to sue Six Up. Six Up's asleep. But I think Six Up told me that she said that Brittany J said she was going to sue Six Up. Girl, what are you going to do? Sue everybody on here that has an opinion? Yeah, this place is a joke. I hope you're having a wonderful time too, Jonesin. Have you hit the like yet? Let's see what Remy said. Stopped caring about the suits halfway through the injunction. I personally think if you don't know when to stop, if you don't know how to control yourself or regulate your emotions, it's on you. And I agree. I agree. And I don't think it's anybody on here, their place to pay for these people's lawsuits. Hey, Dawn Marie, good morning. No, she doesn't exploit children at all. She's funny, Six Up is. She don't even like people talking about true crime. I don't feel that way. I think some people can do it and do it with class. Pearl? I never heard Pearl, I promise. Zero Jules says, you can't talk about things you have bought on credit while raising money and not expect people to have an opinion on it. You already know they are looking for things to talk about regarding you, BJ. That's true. That's why I kind of agree with Six Up. Some of this stuff she does bring on herself. But I don't have to agree with the dog piling. That has nothing, Brittany, I'm telling you, girl, I would feel this way if it was anyone else. Good, Jonesin. Lindsay says, I don't dislike Brittany, and I have had her back, but she asked me not to defend her anymore. Therefore, I won't. Yeah, and she's struggling for people to defend her anyway. So her getting all crunk with everybody last night probably wasn't her best move, but go ahead. I literally know nothing about 90% of these lawsuits. I don't give a fuck about them at this point. I'm not paying for them. I'm not investing time into them. Others feel differently. That's okay too. Exactly. I'm not hey, Landry, I think it's best by a store card, not a credit card. I have no clue. I'm not donating or handing over any money to anybody in a lawsuit. No, not going to do it. I agree with that, Zero Jules. If she kept some things private, it would help her a lot. What was Brittany J? Oh, about me, Pearl, and Six Up. Mainly Six Up. Mainly what Six Up said, that Brittany brings a lot of this on herself and she likes being the victim. That's her opinion. She's allowed to have it. But now she's going to sue her. Yes, and that too. Thank you, Lindsay. And because Six Up said the receipts were fake. I don't know if they're fake or not. To me, they were very blurry. Don't know. Couldn't tell you. That's Six Up's opinion, and she's allowed to have it. That's her opinion. Woo! She's allowed to have it. And I don't know where Miss Pearl went, but I don't think Restream is working for her today. What do you mean, Dee? It's not even me? Just hush, Brittany. Stop talking about shit that's irrelevant to content. Yeah, and that's something while I was listening to her last night, I did peep that. People are right. When she is trying to cover true crime, somebody will come in there and mention Clue and she'll go off on that. I would ask, if I was doing true crime for my subscribers, don't mention nothing about Clue, the Bee, Granny, none of them. Just try to stay focused. But I do think she likes talking about it. I do. And God knows they do. Right. Oh, haven't heard nothing from Ziggy, by the way, Deets. She hasn't done. Tanga said she's disappointed she hasn't done a reading on you yet. She hasn't said nothing. You're not going to. Well, I might. Just because it's the Zigster. I might just. Oh my gosh, y'all. Let me switch gears for just a second. Oh my God. Speaking of Ziggy. So, Ryan finds truth. What do y'all think about this guy? He made a community wall post about 5 hours ago saying, calling all Beach Creek, Tennessee residents. Jen and I would like to get into the mountains along the Beach Creek side of Chimney Top Mountain. That's my mountain, sir. Anyway, if you own property there, as close as Ben Hill Road as possible, we would like to access the mountain and take our dog with us, possibly camping overnight, if it's okay. If you don't want us to film, we won't. I'm looking for access, especially via Bell Road, Light Holler Road, Fields Road, or Ben Hill Road. This is purely a search mission. If you don't want it on YouTube, that's okay. We will respect your wishes for privacy. I would like to run an aerial drone, good God, water drone, if needed, cadaver dog in training, and foot search with your permission. I don't have to publish any of this on YouTube if you don't want us to. Hey, Amanda. Does he think, what does he think he's going to do? Does he understand that this has already been? I just don't. I'm sorry, y'all. I find him to be a little weird too. Yeah, why ask you to? I mean, but he's asking, like, he's calling all Beach Creek, Tennessee residents as if. I don't know. It was just weird to me. Yeah, if he's willing to keep it offline, but I don't think he will, to be honest. I don't. I think because he's the one, if you all remember, he thought he found a body in a river, and it was just tacky, in my opinion. Yeah, he said he said something about a dog. It was a cadaver dog in training. I don't know. It's just a little weird to me. I don't think so. I mean, chimney top. I go up there. I ain't been up there in a while, but I've never needed permission to go on chimney top. Take the four-wheeler up there, the truck up there, have a good old time. Hold on a minute, y'all. Let me get more coffee. Also, I think if he comes down this way, he'll probably talk to people that knew Fred. Oh, was he, Carrie? He was on panel last night talking. What did Hakuna Deets? When I saw the message she sent him, I said, Deets' hubby is going to make her feel like a fool. Talking about Ziggy. Ziggy is always making a fool out of herself. She has not came on here and addressed the fact that she got a hold of Deets' husband like a weirdo. That she's going to sue her like a weirdo. I mean, Ziggy, you've always been a nut, but it's gotten worse. Right, Amanda, them bangs. Oh my God. Like, get a fade somewhere at Ernie's. What happened on Ernie's? Wait, who was on Ernie's? See, that's another one I don't watch. Wait. Carrie, shut up. What am I missing? He was on panel last night. Wait, he was on Ernie's? Does Ryan know who Ernie Shell is? You're kidding, Carrie. Are you trolling me? He's teaming up with Ernie Shell. See, he's going to lose her mind. She wants Ernie Shell to run for sheriff, y'all. Fred's working with her. Okay, that makes more sense than that Ryan finds truth. This isn't. Oh my God. Okay, yeah, that makes more sense because Ziggy likes Ernie now, and she thinks he should run for sheriff in Hawkins County. Hey, East Coast. Okay, Carrie sent me something. Let me look at this. Hold on. I have never kept up with old Ern. I wish Pearl would come back. Oh my God. Unlock your reality. United for the missing. This is insane. What? Fair Justice Bill. Jaden Spicer investigation. What? There's old Ernie with a tiger up there.
If he's not too busy. If he's not too busy, I would like to. As a matter of fact, I mean, I think a few of things that he said is very, very interesting.
It was Ryan on Ernie's. I'm dead. Ryan was on Ernie's. Good Lord. He is. Hold on a second, y'all. Y'all got to see this shit. Ryan. Does he know who Ernie? My God, y'all. Oh my God, this is really a thing. Hold on, y'all. Oh my God. This is happening. Does he know who Ernie is? What is he doing? Let me get back to my chat. Oh my God, this is really a thing. Hold on, y'all. Sorry. I ain't gonna play much of this, but I've got to look at this.
And it would have been. What drove you to, governor of Kentucky, man? Like, why?
Governor.
Because I really want to make a change.
For the people of Kentucky.
Yes.
Oh my God.
100%.
So this next round, you're doing
hey,
it?
Skilo.
You're gonna submit?
100%. Yes, I have not filed yet, but I have been, letting word out. And I wanted to see what would happen. And I've been getting a hell of a response, man, out of it. So.
Oh my God. I don't. So Ernie is running for Kentucky governor. Show some respect.
That would be crazy if you become the governor of Kentucky. What better way to prove your haters wrong than become the governor?
Run.
Yeah. Plus, I have to open my records up, and I don't have nothing to hide.
Bull.
You're not worried about that at all, right?
No, not a bit. Yeah. Not a bit.
I can't believe this.
As a matter of fact, I look forward to it. I actually look.
Yeah. Not the governor of Kentucky. I am so glad I am not seeing this myself. Like, somebody has got to cover this. I am speechless. You see this? I love Ulta.
Forward to you looking into me.
What's he going to say? They call me Tiger Lily. And I've got the tiger lilies behind me. What's he call himself? Lightning Tiger or Tiger Lily? Something like that. Imagine.
I'm being serious. I'm being straight out serious, man. So, one thing I'm going to run on is, my phrase, we the people will protect the children at all costs.
Yeah. At all costs. He said it, y'all, at all costs.
So, I want to really bear down on child predators and anyone, anyways, that hold any kind of harm to a child in Kentucky.
Look at Ryan's face. Okay, that's all I can take of this. Oh, I'll go watch it. I'm going to go watch it for myself. You can make this shit up. Well, Lightning, ain't that what it is? Tiger Lily, Lightning Tiger. I don't know. And he's got a group of women behind him that think that they're tigers too. See, now while y'all are busy worried about Brittany, who don't want anybody defending her anymore, look at this. Y'all need to be covering this. Lightning Tiger. Put a lightning in the. No lightning in my chat. Oh my God. Tanga, are you in here? Do you see this? Pearl, where are you all? This is. Shit. He was serious. He said, I'm going to run for mayor, governor of Kentucky. I want to protect the children at all costs. I am the Tiger Lily of Kentucky. This is newsworthy. Yes. The president is pardoning all of his felonies so he can run. Okay. Yo, I'll be your lightning tiger. No Huckleberry. Shit. Yeah, shit. You see what? Yeah, this sector's full of weirdos. Come on, Purple. This is what I'm talking about. Oh, God. Ryan was on Lisa Kay's panel right before, and it's important to see that. Oh, really? I don't know who Lisa Kay is, but I'll look her up because I got to see this. This is just getting too silly for me. And I've got tears, y'all. Yes, Paper Cut Tina. Oh my God. Tiny Dancer cracks me up talking about Paper Cut Tina. She's the one who danced for Ernie, right? Lightning strikes people in mysterious ways. That was funny. Oh, God. Right? Sheila, but he's going to run for governor. And he was very serious telling this. Yes. Carrie got us watching Ernie up in here. And oh my God, y'all. You just cannot make this stuff up. All right, y'all. I've got to go. I've got errands to run and stupid people to watch. I appreciate. Yes, she's the dancer. When I saw that dance, Lord, when I saw that dance, I lost it. God, and these people, these women, really think Ernie is something. I'll never understand it. They were calling themselves the tiger. I don't know. It's just crazy to me that people like this really exist and have a thing for Ernie Shell. Trisha has you. Hey, Trisha. Hold on. We ain't going nowhere. What you got to say, Trisha? Hold on. Let me pull you up. Let's see what Trisha's doing. Is she streaming me? Oh, no. She's playing that one from last night. Okay. Well, her channel is Lisa Kay Has Something to Say. Oh, okay. I'll look that up. All right, y'all. Hey. Hey, everybody coming in. Sorry, but I'm heading out now. I do appreciate y'all coming in, listening to me rant this morning. And at least we ended on a good laugh. Ernie Shell is running for governor. Y'all run, tell your friends, and hit the like on the way out.